right, thank you everyone for coming. This is BRK111. My name is 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗶𝗶𝗵. I lead product marketing for AI services, and I'm joined by Jacky Kang from Microsoft, a product manager in the Azure AI Speech team, minggao George Wang, CEO of i2 Translator, and Beth from Cognizant, practice leader there. If you're looking at the session catalog and thinking he doesn't look like Dong and you're in the wrong session, let me assure you, you're in the right session. Dong, unfortunately, could not make the session, could not make to Ignite. I'm your Dong for today. With that, let's dive right in. I'm excited to be here to announce a number of exciting breakthroughs that we have introduced in Azure AI Speech, and specifically in speech translation. All right, so before we jump into the translation technologies and the innovations that we've brought to market, that we're bringing to market today here at Ignite, I thought I'd spend a few minutes at the start here to introduce a number of other capabilities that we are bringing to market today as part of the same Azure AI Speech service, which are adjacent to translation. So as you're building, in the new Azure AI Foundry, as you're building your agentic workflows and integrating audio or speech modality into your applications, I want you to think about how you can use some of the innovations here in your applications. And everything that you'll see here is available in Azure AI Foundry. All right, so starting with speech to text. So this is a cornerstone of Azure AI Speech. It constitutes of 3 different transcription technologies: real-time, fast, and batch, and a custom speech technology, custom speech capability. And these collectively drive a variety of different use cases for our customers, ranging from transcription to analytics and captioning, video captioning, subtitling, things of that nature, in contact centers and all sorts of use cases across the enterprise. One of them that I wanted to highlight on this slide is our partnership with University of Illinois on a project called Speech Accessibility Project. So by gathering data from people with different speech disabilities, we have been able to improve the English speech models by 18 to 60%, depending upon the type of disability. This really makes our technology very, very inclusive, increasingly more inclusive for everyone. We are also excited to have 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, who is somewhere here in the session, right there. They have been our partners for a very long time. They have integrated speech into their call center platform. We are very excited to have you here. All right. We are also excited to announce general availability of fast transcription. We had launched this in public preview at Build this year, and since then, we have hardened it with a bunch of customers that you will see in the next slide. And it's ready for prime time. It's ready for their production use cases. So it uses advanced context-aware models and can transcribe up to 50 times faster than real time, which means that as an example, you can actually transcribe a 1-hour audio file in just 1 minute. So really fast. The real-time factor is really, really high on this one. And so it's perfect for quickly transcribing audio, processing audio and video content when you need the results very quickly and accurate results, right? So this is also powering a variety of different use cases across call centers and voice agents and things of that nature. Yeah, so these are all the customers that have been with us since the public preview, and and we expect many of these will take fast transcription to production, and now that it's GA. All right, moving to text-to-speech. So this technology is powering virtual agents, virtual assistants across a variety of different customers. It has actually become a very critical technology for our customers, who are enabling video and audio content generation. Today, we are excited to announce the public preview of neural text-to-speech high-definition voices. These advanced voices can actually detect emotions and adjust your tone in real time, maintaining a very, very consistent persona. And this capability actually represents a significant milestone for us in the space of speech synthesis advancements. And using state-of-the-art neural networks, it can actually generate lifelike and expressive speech for applications like interactive podcasts or documents and assistants and things of that nature. So these high-definition voices are available today in public preview in the US, Europe, and Southeast Asia regions. We are also very excited to launch new updates to our custom avatar capability. We are launching a new self-service portal to create your own custom avatars. And so this allows customers to upload their own video data and create custom avatars by yourself. So this reduces the time to market for you as customers to create your own avatars, to create your own custom avatars. Previously, this required support from Microsoft engineering, et cetera. There was a lot of back and forth. You would have to work with us to bring your avatars to production. All of that goes away with the self-service capability, self-service portal. And so this self-service portal is built with trustworthy AI guardrails for responsible use, and we are also supporting 7 regions, including a new region in East US 2 that is being added today. We are also reducing pricing for real-time synthesis, for standard and custom avatar functionalities. All right. And here, I will hand over to Jacky for speech translation.
Thank you. Thank you, Ronak. Thank you for all the great summarization of the new things we bring to the speech bring to our customer and partner. Now I'm very excited to walk you through about the speech translation, the new release, the breakthrough technology we bring to customer at Ignite. So first, I would let you know that the speech translation is a very fast-growing area recently, and we saw a lot of new business opportunity. Today, I want to walk you through and explore, is there any new opportunities, new scenarios, new use cases we can integrate this technology to. Our mission of the speech translation is break down the language bridge, so making people connect, communicate more naturally, no matter what language people speaking. We also have a mission that we want to make all the global media contents can easily accessible by everyone around the world. So with these missions, so we have 3 new releases at Ignite. One of them is real-time multilingual speech translation got GA at Ignite. What that mean? What means multilingual? That originally, when you do the speech translation, you have to specify, oh, I want to translate from English to Chinese, from German to Japanese. Now you don't need to do that. You just give us the audio. Then it will automatically detect what language you are talking, what language this audio is. Even it's mixed languages. It's like some kind of like a global conference, like a parliament speaker recordings. It will automatically translate the target language you want. Imagine this. You just, if you integrate this technology into your application, you can just put a personal interpreter. It's not a normal human interpreter. It's a super interpreter, can understand all the language around the world. It can help to translate to your talking language. You can put it into your phone, put it into your earphone, whatever you can take it everywhere. And trust me, it will be kind of a mobile and with very, very low price. It's cheaper. So everybody, now you can have a team who interpret it. You go to every round, you can understand conversation, people are talking. You can go to the Europe, whatever area you go, you can totally understand what they are talking about. So that's the amazing part. We'll go through the detail later. Another thing I want to tell you is Microsoft Teams just announced their new agent called Interpreter. In Teams, originally, it's a challenge is that a global team, you want to have a meeting who speak in different language, or they have to speak in not their native language, which makes the communication not so inclusive or not so smooth. With this interpreter feature, it can automatically interpret all the speaking contents into the language you want to listen to. And you can see the video demo later. You can show that it will show you how smooth it was, how inclusive it will be. It's just like you are having a meeting with all the people speaking your language. That's the amazing part. The last thing I want to say is announce of the video translation API, got public these days at Ignite. That will make the video translation, I will say your video contents just with several code, with one line code, it will convert, or one service call, it will convert to your target language easily. And it will something amazing later. I will introduce you later. Okay, also this time I have a chance, it's my honor, we will invite 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗶𝗶 translator and Cognizant, we are long-term partner, onto the stage in there to introduce how they integrate this service or this technology into their solution and the product, how they benefit or enhance their user experience. And Parola, another partner, they have a separate demo session to showcase how they work with our service and our technology. First, let's talk the real-time speech translation. The real-time, the speech translation API has been available for a while, and recently, what are the new two enhancements we have which make the capability of this translation API to the next level? One is I just mentioned the multilingual model. It's unlike the previous one. It's totally a built-in. So it's one model to do the end-to-end, and one service call. It will automatically translate any language or mixed language audio into the target one. And we support all the languages right now, Azure Speech support, which is 76 language and 147 locales, which is different dialect or different accent in different areas. Also, because of this end-to-end integrated model, the latency will be much faster than before. Another big thing that we released is we integrated a custom speech translation into our API so that you can fine-tune your translation quality or performance with your unique or specific vocabulary. So this will make the customer or our partner to solve the problem, right? Your domain or your tenant-specific entities or terms will get properly translated. So I think with these things, it will power the live captioning, the translator app, all those scenarios, amazing scenarios. I can imagine there is much more possibility or much more things that can be unblocked by this technology. I would like to explore with you guys together. Yeah. Right now, I'm so excited to invite the 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 translator, CEO, and the founder, George Wang, onto the stage. And they will share, George will tell you how they integrate our service into their product and their solutions to benefit the people. George, welcome to Ignite.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm George Wang, the founder of the 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 translator. We started developing translation software and device since 2018, and we have developed software for international conferences and international students and tourists, which has widely welcomed. Now we have more than 3 more than 3 million users. We have also developed the smart translation earbuds. It's very small here. And when you have these earbuds, it can translate the phone calls from iPhone, Android phone, any phone. And it also can translate the WhatsApp video calls, Facebook Messenger video calls, FaceTime video calls. And it can translate by direction. So also we have developed the device such as AI, the AI glasses, just like the metal ribbon. And, but it's more than that. Now this one is our AR to AR translation glasses. When you speak the foreign language or hear the foreign languages, and it will translate the voice, so it on the glasses. And when you speak your own language, it will translate to foreign language and broadcast it through my watch here. And yeah, that's this translation, these AR glasses also can be used as a prompter. So now I'm reading the text from my AR glass, and you can't see anything from here, but actually it's full colored, and you even can watch a movie on it just like the Apple Watch Pro. Now I will show a demo video for you. Here.
Barrier. Using iTour Translator AR glasses, a revolutionary way to break down language gaps and communicate effortlessly wherever you are. Imagine you're a student in a university lecture. You put on your iTour Translator glasses, and as the professor speaks, you see real-time bilingual subtitles appear right before your eyes. No more missing out on important details due to language differences. Understanding has never been this seamless.
And then if you follow me, I'll show you upstairs, which is our big library. Look at the scales of biology. You have to do with molecular. Molecular is probably a term most of you understand.
Now, step into a cafe in another country. You wear your AR glasses paired with your iTour Translator watch. As the barista speaks, you see subtitles translated in your preferred language. When you respond in your own language, the watch broadcasts the translations so the barista can hear and understand you. It's two-way communication in real time, no matter what language you're speaking. And it doesn't stop there. With iTour Translator PC software, you can watch any video on your computer and see instant bilingual subtitles, making foreign content easier to understand. Pair iTour Translator earbuds with your phone, and the translations are broadcast directly to your ears, live and in high-quality sound.
What happens is if we even run these two?
如果我们运行这两个提示，你会看到我们实际上可能会在响应中获得不同的格式，这可能会导致我们的应用程序出现错误，除非我们检查它们并可能添加任何其他功能。所以在这种情况下
From international students to global enterprises, from travelers to those needing accessibility support, iTour Translator breaks language barriers in over 100 languages with high accuracy. Whether in the classroom, at work, or on the go, we're bringing the world closer together. The future of communication is here.
If anyone would like to try this one, you can find me there and try it. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Thank you for George's presentation. Yeah, I'm so glad that what our imagination George's team has already bring into the product. I believe with these new technologies, with our continuing improve, provide more features, it will enhance or supercharge their experience to really make the people like the immigrant students or the people when they're traveling, they have a more smooth conversation experience with people who are not speaking their language. Now, I was going to introduce the interpret agent in Teams meeting just announced at Ignite. So before I go into the detail how it powered by our backend technology, by our service, I would like you to watch a recording video we just did last week with the teams.
To explore how AI technology is reshaping our meetings. Reggie, could you start by sharing the developments in China?
没问题 ，AI 实时翻译技术帮助我们大大提高了会议的效率和理解度，让我们能更加顺利的交流。No problem. AI real-time translation technology has greatly improved the efficiency and understanding of meetings, allowing us to communicate more smoothly. Are there any new tools or trends in Japan that have an impact on meetings?
AI によるリアルタイム翻訳が進化しており、会議のバリアを低減しています。Real-time translation by air has evolved and provides barriers to meetings. It's very convenient, isn't it? What kind of symbols are there in Korea?
AI 통역 기술이 정말 큰 힘이 되고 있는 것 같아요. 이 기술 덕분에 회의가 훨씬 정확하고 It seems like I'm really giving a big strength. Thanks to this technology, meetings are much more accurate and efficient, and everyone becomes more actively participating.
Great conversation. Let me schedule a meeting tomorrow to discuss this further. I'll send out a meeting invite later. Thank you all.
Okay, now you can see the demo. So we have 3 people who speak in Chinese, Korean, and Japanese, and the interpreter will mimic their voice just like they are talking English. So you can see that this is completely powered by our speech translation service. And the amazing part is that because you can replicate each speaker's voice, it just sounds like the speaker is talking your language with you. And in the Teams, you have a configuration. You can even completely turn off the original speakers talking. So then you can hear exactly the speaker is speaking your language, for example, English in this demo. Then you can just like, okay, everybody in the same meeting room have the same language for you. You are talking English, it sounds like everybody is talking English. You talk Japanese, you speak Japanese, you like everybody speak Japanese to have like a smooth meetings. So this is the kind of a wow feature that Teams just announced at Ignite. And if anybody you have interest in, I would recommend you can try. And it will go public preview at January, but we have a start to the private preview already. So if you are willing, you can join. Okay, now we come to another part about the video translation. So video translation is, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I can work through this technology behind it. It's just as I mentioned at the beginning. Originally, our speech translation's mission is break the language barrier when people conversation. But right now, you know, a lot of people, you communicate, you are using the videos, the audio broadcast or something. How to make the media contents to be accessible by everybody around the world. That's what our mission. And video translation solution is exactly the technology to solve this problem. So video translation API is now available public. Before at the build, we have a portal experience public you can try, but now this is the API. So it's become more quick and easy solution. You can automatically transfer your audio content to another language, and it will using platform TTS and generate high quality voice without a lot of try. It's just like some simple code or one-line code, or just directly call our service. And even more impressive, I want to call out is because it integrated the personal voice, so it can mimic the original speaker's voice, and with the following technology, a new technology we integrate, I will introduce later. So it will make the voice sounds like original speaker's tone, the emotion, the intonation, and it will just like you global the content exactly using that speaker's voice. So that's the amazing part. So compared to the original studio experience, we have 3 technology integrate. One is there's more language support. Yes, obviously there's almost like 100 languages right now to support. Another way is we integrate the GPT technology into the backend to make it a contextual translation so the translation will be higher quality and more reasonable. Another one is it will do auto time alignment. The auto time alignment is very important because when you play a video content, you're speaking in different language. The content, for the same content, the length is different. So our backend technology is how we can translate to align the audio, original audio length to make sure that when in your video people is talking, when it stops talking, the translated audio also finish. So this alignment will make the globalized video more seamlessly and it looks like more real and more inclusive. People were easy to watch it. So that's amazing part. So there's several detail page I will introduce to you, but let's watch a quick demo video how it works.
We actually accumulated tons of the data so that this universal model is able to capture the nuance of the audio and generate a more natural voice for the algorithm. Wir haben tatsächlich Unmengen an Daten gesammelt, sodass dieses universelle Modell, nous avons en fait accumulé une énorme quantité de datos. Abbiamo accumulato tonnellate di dati in modo, de hecho, acumulamos toneladas de datos para 我们实际上积累了大量数据. 私たちは実際に大量のデータを 우리는 실제로 이 보편적인 모델이 오디오에 미묘한.
Let's see how to use API to translate the video. I'll walk you through the flow of using the video translation API. First, upload your video to
I will skip this detail how to use these APIs. You can figure out, go to our web portal, and you can go through all those details, how to implement API, how to make some command line call later. And I can go, if you are interested in detail, we can also talk offline after this meeting. So you can see that in this video, it's really like that guy is talking different language. If you just pick up one part of the language, you can even hard to recognize, okay, this is a synthetic voice. It's not his voice, because this is well aligned with the auto alignment and exactly the personal voice. So then I would like to highlight, because this amazing video is powered, one of the amazing technology is personal voice is already GA'd. And in last several months, we did some of the upgrade of this personal voice, which is you can have a better or higher personalized interaction, which more like seamlessly mimic your voice. Another one is it uses extremely small samples. You don't have to enrollment. You don't have to provide your voice, like train your voice model in advance. No, you just send the audio. It just needs very small samples, and it will copy or it will clone your voice instantly. So that's why you can see that we can, in our speech translation or something, you can see in the Teams demo, it will immediately start to using your voice with the targeted or translated language without any enrollment. And this also supports more languages, and the cost is more effective. That's the things we put in here. Okay, when we talk about personal voice, I want to call out again, you know that as a part of a commitment to response AI, the personal voice is designed to be transparent for human and computer interactions. So we will try our best to build in safeguard to make sure to prevent it from any kind of a misuse. So for this reason, personal voice right now is limited access. You have to registration, and you have to get the approved use case to make sure that you can follow our guidance and it can be used in a proper way. So all customers has to agree with our usage policy, which is that you should get the explicit consent from the original speaker allowed to use their voice. And also, you should let others know that this audio generated is using synthetic voice. So with this, it seems that it will kind of prevent this technology to be impersonate someone or trick people. So Microsoft also has a right to review the consent you are giving to customer. Okay, and we were provided the full code of conductor to guide you how to integrate this technology into your application. And there's a lot of details that you can follow. And another thing that we already built in our watermark to all the audio generated with this personal voice technology that will maximum the mitigation to avoid any kind of a misuse. Okay, with this kind of fantastic technology and the well-protected response AI commitment, I would like to introduce another partner, minggao, who already applied this technology into their product. They are doing the education media material globalization for all the people around the world. They provide a demo video to us to see how amazing this helps their experience.
Hallo, Thomas Lang hier, ich bin ein Schlagzeuglehrer, willkommen in der minggao App. Ich würde dich gerne ein bisschen besser kennenlernen.
Specifically your skills in drumming. I need to know what level you're at, si tu es débutant ou avancé, pour que moi et l'application puissions te fournir des exercices parfaits. 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀
You nailed it. Excellent job.
Okay, let's come back. I'm so glad that our partner already applied this technology and benefited the world and bring the fantastic experience to the user. So now I'm excited to introduce another our long-term partner, Cognizant. They have working with us for years for different AI areas. I'm really excited to looking forward to how this video translation technology can benefit their AI solution. Let's invite Beth, our media practice leader of Cognizant.
Thank you, Jacky.
Welcome,
Very nice
Beth,
to see you.
and welcome to Ignite.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay, that's fine. Well, thank you for joining us today. You know, we've embarked with Microsoft on this journey to really change the way the media industry is using translation and localization services. We really wanted to look at how could we make it more efficient and more economical, because today it's a very manual process, and we wanted to see how we could really change it into a more automated, efficient way for video editors who are doing translation services on a global basis. So we actually worked with you know, some of the Microsoft engineering team with our MBG AI team, and really looked at how can we change the way the industry is doing translation and localization, especially capturing the idioms that, you know, are in some of the more localized languages. So we have a little video we wanted to show you here. So as you can see, we really wanted to do something that was a little bit more cutting edge in the industry. Really, how do we create a multimodal framework to open up other possibilities, especially around long form and short form, you know, ads and translation. So really what we did was we've been working with Microsoft and really having exposure to tools ahead of time. So we've, you know, have the AI Foundry. We've, you know, are using multiple different types of ALMs and LLMs, and, you know, really looking at the video indexer, analyzer, and really how do we change the contextual, you know, translation, understanding the sentiment, and really looking at brand integrity. So we've taken what we've done for localization and translation services and really started looking at how do we put that into ad moderation? How do we make sure those ads are really the appropriate ones that need to be inserted into various types of programs, right? So we wanted to make sure we had the contextual understanding, automation, brand mitigation, and really about policy adoption and following guidelines, right? Because there's some, explicit scenes that probably won't be appropriate for a children's show, say, or, if depending on, if you're watching a sports event versus, a gardening event, right? So you really want to understand your demographics, who you're, really pitching to, and really making sure that ad makes sense. So we've been very fortunate in working with Microsoft, keeping the human in the loop because we want to make sure that the integrity is still there. But really, how do we change the industry? And we think the product that we've created with Microsoft is a framework that we can really deploy in just about any industry, really looking how do we change, the workforce and how it's going to be adopted in the future.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you.
Thanks, Jacky.
Yeah. Thank you, Beth, for her fantastic presentation. What I catch the keywords Beth mentioned is efficient. I think one of the top missions is we want efficient. I remember Beth told me that with this technology is to make their work like 90% plus more efficient. Whatever you really review the contents or you globalize it, editing this. So that's our mission. I think with this technology, one of our partner who is a media company, their users upload their video, the short videos, and want to do some of the editing, get some of the content understanding. With this technology, like we mentioned, fast translation API or like the video translation or speech translation, it can get things done within like minutes. Originally, they have hired professional people do things like in hours. So that's the things. I think that's really make us happy that, okay, we are contribute to the world. We help the people break the language barriers and make their work and life more efficient and more easy. That's, I think, is a really exciting point here. Okay, I think we finished the majority of the presentation of the speech translation and overall speech. I want to wrap up, help you to walk through the latest update on the developer experience. That's also an important part so that you can access our technology or try our technology in a more easy way. That's also one of our important jobs. So we have public previewed AI Foundry, and I think there is a booth and there is also separate mission. If you are interested, you can go to watch it. So Speech Playground has landing in the onboarding AI Foundry and the first batch of the important AI services. So there is a speech playground there where you can easily customize and fine-tune your experience, generate your resource there easily in one centralized place. Here's the link that you can go there to explore. And another important thing that we implement or released the public preview toolkit extension for Visual Studio Code, so that every developer right now, if you want to try the speech service, because that toolkit integrates all the sample code, quick start, so you can just with several clicks, then you can run the demo or run the sample code run on your own desktop, on your own application easily. So that's the two things that we have released recently. Also, here's all the detailed information you can explore. You can get details, including our documentation and also our tech blogs we announced for Ignite. And we are in the hub and the third floor in the West building. And welcome to our booth so we can discuss the detailed questions at there. Okay, that's all. Really, thank you for your time to be here and appreciate it for all your support. I'm really excited and curious to see what kind of collaboration, what kind of things we can explore together. Thank you all.